Hotep.
Hotep. We're back again.
Right.
Okay, we were talking about allowing people into our universes and so on for women, and for men who are seeing or dating women and sleeping with them. That's another thing that I want to talk about. I know it's not easy out here to not be intimate with somebody that you're with, because you see them and you get these thoughts and these feelings that run across your mind and you just want to jump their bones. But there is something very sacred about that type of intimacy, especially when you get into marriage. Because just because you're married don't mean you're supposed to go out there and like, oh, well, shoot, I can have sex all I want. It's not about the having sex all you want. Because there's a purpose for intimacy, because there's a spiritual intimacy in the physical act. And when two people are married doing that, it's a totally different thing, because it's coming from the act of the love of the divine love of the One Most High. And that it's that connection that you build between you and your spouse, as well as you and your spouse and the One Most High. And that builds that connection much stronger. Now, a lot of us, we don't want to not have sex with that person, because we think to ourselves, because I have girlfriends and I listen to it say it all the time, I want to know what he can do first before we go and do all that. Okay, but when you're with somebody and you've gotten to know that person, before you decide to be married to that person, make sure that you know each other intimately in the mind first, before y'all decide to lay down with each other. Make sure that y'all know each other intimately in the spirit first, before you decide to lay down with each other. And when you decide that you want to lay down with each other, and y'all have taken that time to get to know each other, we have an agreement in mind and in spirit, that when you want to come together in body, then that's when you make that step to go beyond that and go into matrimony through the physical side of marriage. And a lot of people don't want to make that step because they want to enjoy the physical feelings that come with having sex, because it feels so good. And I understand that, trust me, I do. But know that when you're with the person that you are to be with, who are you, whether it's a design to be with, or what is that? I know there's a verse in the Bible that speaks on that one. When what God has put together, that
no man put asunder.
Right. That right there is the explanation of the matrimony that we were speaking about earlier of Usair and Uset. And it's having that thought and not just using it as a quote to sound good, that look into it and utilize that within your marriages.
Actual application.
Yes, because a lot of people are not truly applying what they read in their scriptures. They're not applying.
As Brother Quicey says, they just go by it. They don't actually live it. Brother Quicey. That's my man right there.
The beautiful master teacher, trust. Asher Quacey. But just so that we won't go long on this, I mean, this is like, I believe anything else. If it's something that's truly that meant to be spoken on and something that need to be shared to help awaken certain things in people within themselves, within their relationships that they have with people, that this is something that is needed. And if it means that we had to go through one more part or two more parts, then that's what we would have to do, because we're following what is within us, that is coming from the One Most High to guide y'all, to give you light within a dark place that you may be in.
You know, I know a man. I'm not going to say any names, but this man is in charge of a lot of people. And he fell short to the temptations of this world. And this man is held in a high degree and by high standards because he is a man of the cloth. Now, he fell short with his wife and had extramarital activity. Now, of course, they're going through something because they're human beings and whatnot. They're going through it. But there's one thing that they have that is that no matter with this whole situation, of course she's hurt. The woman is hurt in this whole situation. But she knows that it's not her fault, first and foremost, on why he stepped out. because she didn't do anything. And a lot of times women, I listen to some of my female friends, and sometimes y'all fault yourselves for a lot of stuff. Fellas, sometimes we'll point our finger at, well, if it wasn't for you doing this, that, and the other, da-da-da. Men, be real. Okay? We know what we're doing. This man knew what he was doing. The one thing that he did, which is holding this relationship together right now with his wife, is that he was honest. He didn't wait for the community to tell. He told her himself. Baby, I was out there. I fell short. You know, pardon me of my trespasses I've committed against your love and your laws, because we all have laws and love towards people, you know. And, you know, he asked for a pardon of that. And he has to own up to it, because he took a vow of matrimony before the One Most High. And so for his judgment, his final judgment, he has to own up to it. You know, but guess what? His woman is also squared away, and she knows that too. So therefore, what she did was, is she's going to go ahead and let the final judgment take care of that. But in this realm, she is willing to work with this man. She is willing to stand by this man, because they have a good communication system. They have a good, loving house. And on top of that, those two are strong and squared off, to where if one leaves, the other one can stand. If the other one leaves, the other one can stand.
Right. Because
they have one thing, they have one accord. That one thing sitting on top.
Right.
You know, and no, I don't mean to sound cliche, but they put the spiritual aspects of Amen in their relationship on top of their physical human feelings.
Right.
And with her being hurt, you know, she wasn't fake about it, like, oh, well, God said this, and, you know, no, she wasn't fake about it at all. This woman is smart, very, very intelligent. So she sat down, and I guess she went into her own, like, little deductions, and was like, you know, 1 + 1 = 1. I made a vow of matrimony, this man made a vow of matrimony. And you know what? Their relationship is so strong right now. It scares me. It scares me when I see these people. You know, I'm not going to say scares me like fear, but to see that power right there. You know, that type of union right there. It's an arsenal that makes you bow the knee and get on the square, because of the simple fact that that is the power that every black, or every family, I should say, but let's say black family should have, because they are black.
Right.
You know, that doesn't give a man a green light to say, okay, well, I'm a good man, I'll take care of my family, I'll take care of my kids so I can sleep with whoever I want to sleep with. No. That's not giving you a green light to do that. What the story is, the moral of the story is that because both of these people were squared up and they had something greater than them sitting on top of their relationship, they were able to work through it. They didn't let the wheels peel and burn and whatnot, and burn a hole into their stomach or just pop the tires.
Right.
Their wheels started peeling and they turned direction and they went on with their life.
Right.
You know, they knew the whole 360. They encompassed the 360. And
to add on, and it's something I've shared with my brother here before, and basically what he was expressing in this the story that he was telling is another principle, is that what they showed was that when one became weak, another became strong. And that is another part of what relationships are about. If there's something going on with your other half, or your friend, your boyfriend, girlfriend, your sisters, your brothers, your husband, your wife, when you see a weakness come, that is when you must build up and be strong and protect that unit, so that he is protected, you are protected, if there's a child, that child is protected, or whatever it is, so that he can build his strength up, or she can build her strength up, so that when you come back, you're back at a balance again. Mm-hmm. Because understand that every day in your life is weighing on a scale in everything that you do. And sometimes we're not going to always be like this. sometimes in our lives, through decisions that we make, we're going to go, and we're going to tip the scale. And so you have to step up. And sometimes, understand, women, I need you to understand this about our brothers. Our brothers go through a lot every day. They go out there and they're working hard for their families, for their households, to keep their unit together, to pay the bills and all this other stuff. And they going out there with this world who was hitting them upside their head, trying to tear them down, bring them down by different people in different ways, and they got just all this stuff going on, and they got stuff going in their mind, trying to make sure, how can I make ends meet today? We need more money in the household because this economy that we're in, this society that we're in is based off of all this money thing, this money system that they got. Sisters, understand, yes, we got our troubles too. I know that. I'm a sister. I have 3 children I take care of. But the brothers are out here are working their tail off. I'm telling you, when they come home, you need to be ready for them. If it's a massage, if it's just saying, baby, how you doing today? If they drink wine, give them a glass of wine. Something, even if it's cooked dinner for them real quick. Different things that you can show them, honey, I'm with you. I got your back.
Right.
No matter what's going on, I got your back. I'm ready for you so you can relax when you get home. Take the world off your shoulders and let me care for you right now.
Right. Outside the 4 walls of your house, you fight every day. Man and woman fight every day, whether we fight in traffic, fighting our jobs, fighting for promotions, fighting to get a job, fighting with the kids, fighting with schools, fighting with social services, fighting with people on Facebook, fighting with people, whatever it is we do. We're too busy fighting outside of our houses.
And we're not loving. We're not loving like we should.
But my whole thing is that outside the house, we have a struggle every day, man and woman. When we get inside them 4 walls, why do we need to fight where we rest our head at? You never poop where you lay your head at because you can't sleep from the smell. Okay? The vibes, you don't do that. If you're living with your boyfriends, girlfriends, take the time to really step back, square yourselves off, and am I really hindering this person, or is this person really helping me? Weigh out your options. Be fair, be real, be leveled up, be squared off. On 1, am I beneficial to this person? 2, is this person beneficial to me?
Right.
Weigh your options. Am I holding this person? Can this person be better without me? Can I be better without this person? Be realistic. Don't sit up here and be like, well, this girl ain't going to never do nothing without me. And girls don't think like, I take care of this man. I'm his sugar mom. He ain't going to do nothing without me because, what much more do we have to worry about someone taking care of us when our celestial parents feed the birds every day? So what do we have to worry about if we're made in its image? It's going to take care of us. Not true. Yeah, there's people out there suffering and whatnot. That's a whole different story right there, because those people, they wouldn't be suffering if it wasn't for a dome over top of them people because of what's on top. But that's a whole other story right there.
And we're still running out of time.
Real quick.
This real fast.
I guess this is going to be the last segment right here, I guess. So just real quick, I just want to say Hotep to everybody. El Shaddai, God Almighty. Square yourselves up, and if that eye is single, the whole body is filled with light.
Hotep.
Hotep.
Thank you for watching.
Shalom.